Okay guys, I am finally done with my phone call. Wait a second. Where did she go?
Oh my god, we made it on time. I can't believe we're actually here.
Where is here?
Edna? What are you doing in my car?
You told me to get in the car, so I got in the car.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did, at the salon.
I was telling her to get in my car, not you.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god. What do we do now? What do you mean? We go to the concert. What about Edna? We can't just leave her in your car. Well, we can't take her in either. She doesn't have a ticket. So then what do we do with her? Edna, do you have any family we could call? Or what about an Uber?
No, I don't know anybody named Hubert.
Oh, I can't believe this is happening. Edna, who is the young lady that drops you off at the salon for your appointments?
Oh, Felicity?
Yes, Felicity. Do you know her number?
No.
Do you know where she lives?
No.
Do you know where you live?
No.
Ay, ay, ay. We don't have time for this. Come on, Edna. Get out of the car. You're coming with us. What? But how? The show is sold out. We'll figure it out. How? I don't know. But what I do know is I am not missing this concert. So either all of us get out of this car right now and start walking to the venue, or you could sit here and babysit Edna while I go in. Your choice. Come on, Edna. The show's about to start. Filming in the car is so goddamn hot. Oh, it's awful. Edna, do you have any family? Edna, who is the young lady that drops you off at this? Ugh. I'm sweating like crazy.
Meredith, I'd like to introduce you to our newest stylist, Maxine. Hi. Hi, it's nice to meet you, Maxine. Likewise, I'm really excited to be a part of this team. Well, we're glad to have you. How long have you been doing hair for? I've been licensed for about 4 years now. That's great. Did you go to school somewhere around here? No, I actually just moved here from Chicago. No way! I used to live in Chicago. What? No way! Why don't I give you both a moment to chat? I'll be up front if you need me. Hi, Chad. How are you? Are you here for a haircut? Actually, no. I was wondering if Sarah's here. Oh, actually, she doesn't work here anymore. She doesn't? Afraid not. Man, I was really hoping to talk to her. She hasn't been answering any of my phone calls. I'm starting to get worried. Oh. What? Do you know something? Look, Chad, I didn't want to have to tell you this, but she started seeing somebody else. What? Who? One of her clients. They really started to hit it off, and it seemed like things were getting pretty serious between them. That's probably why she hasn't been responding to you. But that doesn't make any sense. Things were going great between us. At least I thought they were. I'm sorry, Chad. She's really good at fooling people. I guess so. By the way, if you need somebody else to do your hair now that Sarah's not here anymore, I'd be more than happy to take care of you. Let me give you my card. Thanks. I think I'll stop by for a haircut next week, actually. I'll be here. And if not, my phone number's on that card right there, and you can call anytime. Thanks. I'll see you next week, Nadine. Bye. Since when is Sarah dating somebody else? Oh, Christy, I didn't see you there. It's just something I heard through the grapevine. But anyways, have you had a chance to meet the new girl, Maxine, yet? No, not yet. We'll make sure you introduce yourself later. I think she'll be a great fit here. So she's officially hired then? Yep, I hired her last night. Well, since you finally hired somebody, looks like you can take me on that date now. I'm free tonight, if you are. Oh, I would, but I have to stay late tonight to train Maxine. Rain check? Sure. But rain check for when, exactly? How about next week? When next week? I don't know, we'll figure it out. I don't know, I want an exact date. Nadine, can you come here so we can go over Maxine's schedule? We'll talk about this later. Sure we will.
So about a week ago, I posted a video talking about endometriosis, and you guys left a couple of questions, so let me go ahead and answer some of them. Also, last time I wanted to do a yellow look because the color for endometriosis is yellow, but I was really scared to try that, but I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna be brave and try yellow. If it doesn't look good, oopsie daisies, I'm not a makeup artist. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try and see where it gets us. So one of the questions I got was, did I have a hard time getting doctors to believe me for the endometriosis? So I was really lucky. Pretty much every doctor I talked to believed me. Based off my symptoms alone, they were like, oh yeah, that sounds like you got endometriosis, girly. Now, what I had a hard time getting them to believe was my PMDD, but that's a whole other story for a whole other day, and PMDD Awareness Month is next month, so you can hear about it then. But yeah, for endo, like, nobody really had issues. They were like, okay, yep, you sound like you're in a lot of pain, and endo sounds like it's the culprit. You've got all the symptoms. I will say though, I did search the hell out of gynecologists. I purposely made sure that their website said endometriosis on it. I would recommend that for somebody, like, when you look at gynecologists, make sure their website says endometriosis. Bonus points if they are a specialist, that's what you really want, but those are far and few between. So if you see endometriosis on the website, that's at least a good sign that they've heard of it. So the next question is, how do you get checked for it? So here's the complicated thing about endometriosis. It is very, very sneaky, and it is very hard to see. That's why I recommend going to a specialist. Now, I'm sure each doctor has different ways that they diagnose it. Actually, with me, they diagnosed it based on symptoms alone. They were like, we are so positive that you have it that we're just gonna go ahead and put it in your chart, and if you don't have it, oh wells, but if it's in your chart, then insurance is more likely to cover it. Now for the actual diagnosis, the 100% certainty. So the first thing that they had me do is get 2 ultrasounds. If that came back clear, the next step was gonna be an MRI. I had to get both an external ultrasound and an external, which I have beef. All my life, everybody was like, oh yeah, getting an external ultrasound isn't that bad because they put this warm goo on your stomach. You liars. It was not warm. It was cold. She put that on my stomach and I was like, ah! There's nothing warm about that. But anyways, yeah. Moving on. Both my ultrasounds came back clear. So then I go to the MRI and that also came back clear. And it is very common for your results to come back clear when you have endometriosis. It usually doesn't show up on imaging unless you have a very severe case. So once everything came back clear, it kind of proved to the insurance like, hey, we're not finding anything, so we have to go inside to see what it really is. So that's when I got my surgery, and in the surgery is when I got the official diagnosis. Surgery is the only way to get a proper diagnosis. Like I said, really bad cases do pop up on imaging, but you really got to get in there to see it. It's a very sneaky disorder. So the next question I got was, is endometriosis something that eventually stops, or do you have to keep dealing with it for the rest of your life? So unfortunately, endometriosis is for life. They still have not figured out what causes it, and there is also no cure. I mean, you can get the surgery, and like me, I do feel way better after the surgery, but it can always grow back. Like, so far I've been good, but I've definitely heard stories from women who have had to get surgery multiple times. They get the surgery, they get it all removed, and then like 2 years later, they're back on that operating table getting it removed again. And it's a very case-by-case scenario. That was another question I got, is if endometriosis has different symptoms for different people, and it 100% does. And it's one of those disorders that things you wouldn't even think are related to it are. Like, I've heard cases of patient had endometriosis on their lungs, and every time their period came, they had a hard time breathing. Like, it's crazy the things that it attaches to, and if you don't get the surgery, it's gonna keep growing and it's just gonna keep causing problems. So there's all kinds of symptoms it can cause. I can only really tell you about my symptoms, but yes, I would say it's a very different experience for different people. Like, for instance, endometriosis has 3 stages, but the stages don't necessarily have anything to do with how much pain you're in or how many symptoms you're feeling. There's some people who have endometriosis and have no idea because they don't get any symptoms, and then there's people like me who had it and were just in agony. So yeah, I would say the symptoms vary for sure. Now, this next question, I had 2 different people ask me this, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the answer. I'm gonna say it anyways, just in case there's people who are watching this that can put in the comments the answer. But I had a few people ask me if UTIs are common with endometriosis. And personally, I did not have that problem. I've only had 2 UTIs in my entire life. One of them was when I was a teenager, and one of them was right after my hysterectomy, which it's common to get a UTI after a hysterectomy. But I don't know. I feel like I have heard people say that's a thing, but I don't want to speak on it because that was not my experience, and it's not something I've looked into either. So if there's anybody watching this that has endometriosis and they're a little more familiar with this question, please answer it, because I did have people curious about it and I just didn't know. This thing's like empty, but I'm too lazy to go grab the full bottle. Oh, it's totally empty. Darn it. But yeah, that's all the questions I got, and here's the makeup. What do you guys think? I was a little too scared to go like full yellow because it's just not a color I use very often. I usually just do a little bit of yellow and not a whole lot, so I was too afraid to go full blown, but it's still cute. Anyways, if you have any more questions about endometriosis, let me know. If you have questions about PMDD, also let me know. That's it for now, folks. Folks. How do you say that word? I never say that word. That's it for now, guys.
And yes, I really am in my car trunk.
Don't worry. I put the seats down so I could escape if needed.
Please don't hurt me. I'll give you lifelong backstage patch. What? Please don't hurt me. I'll give you lifelong backstage passes. What? Please don't hurt me. I'll give you lifelong backstage passes to my... Lifelong backstage passes. I can't.
Hello. Apparently, this fucking bug. I'm sweating, so it's trying to like attach itself to me. And since you're a cop, it was real easy. These fucking bugs, I swear to fucking God. There's the whole world for you to land on. Why are you wanting to land on me? What? Robin! Whoa, and not that kind of content. Although it's still here. Whatever. No, you can't do this to me. No, you can't do this to me. I can't lose.
Can you even hear me?
Fine. If you give those to him, we're screwed. My neighbors, they're installing a fence. Are they installing cameras? No. So I was gonna say that somebody's on a ladder right now. If they turned around, they'd see me. And they can definitely hear me. But they're installing cameras. So now my neighbors will be able to see all of my craziness. And my camera points right at my room. I'm on to... Oh, wait. Can you hear me? My bad. He might be able to hear me.